I wanted to briefly just say hello to everyone. I hope that you all are doing well. It is so far a beautiful day. I pray that Jehovah protects each and every one of you, keeps you safe and free of harm. I hope that you realize the importance of your individuality and how that affects the lives directly of other people. Even if you're being selfish with that, in the choices that you make, it will eventually affect another person, and it can affect another person in a positive way or in a negative way. There are things that have to be done in order to get to the bigger source of the problem. And it's about chipping away a lot of the pieces on the outside to get to the core of the issue. There's a lot of damage done on the outside before you get to the core of the issue. See, everyone who is going back and feeling empathy for people who have been told to stay out of the way, who thought that my coding them and the things that I was saying in their chats was just a little bit too much and appeared like I was trying to run things. And they'll make all these excuses and play oblivious why men go back and try to protect these women or these other men because they're associates or friends, or they said something nice to you before, or maybe you see a potential there that you didn't see before, or maybe you've seen me trying to talk to them, and so now you thought that you should just go in and jump in and try to be their friend and take them under their wing, or try to protect them from me. Well, why would you want to protect people from protecting themselves? Because that's all I'm offering people. And after weeks, months of years of trying to protect everyone that everyone is trying to come down on because somebody else is now coming down on that person, that's their fault. What are you putting yourself in the middle of trying to defend something that was already being defended from the very beginning, and now it's looking like you have all of these victims? These people are not victims. These people are active participants in the drama by choice. And no, not everyone likes drama. I like what's funny, and I like what makes sense. As for the rest of the nonsense, that has nothing to do with me. You want me to be jealous? Jealous of who? Over what? Where? Why? What purpose does that serve? And I'm watching it over and over and over again. So I pull myself away so that I can just see it a little bit more clear. And boy, I'm telling you what, you men will run to the defense of these women who have put themselves in the positions they have put themselves in to be under attack by man or woman. Because where you all weren't, I was already there. And they weren't interested in being protected then. But now the men come in and portray that they're being, protective of women, and oh, look what this bad guy's doing to this woman, and they should have never did that to her, and they should have never did that to her. And these women know. I've already talked to them. So to see the men then come to the defense of those women who I have told and who have been warned and who have been given the laws that they could use for themselves now still rely on the men to come to their defense. When are they going to rely on the law to come to their defense where they're not putting men's lives in jeopardy in order to stand up for themselves? But you men will be right there to fall by them every single time. Every single time you men will fall to be next to them. Excuse me. Doesn't matter how much legal information I give to the men, it doesn't matter how much legal information I give to the women. Somehow, some way, that legal information doesn't get used. The men rather use the women, and the women rather use the men to show and to try to prove their own cases about other people. Well, all of you have the law. All of you have the same knowledge from me. And there was no choosing sides. I took all of you at face value. And to see the shenanigans and the activities that are going on from then up until now shouldn't even be taking place. You men keep going over and over and over these things with these women who have been given all of the information that they need in order to take care of themselves. There's a reason why they're not doing it. There's a reason why the men are not utilizing the legal information they've been given, because they're up to no good. If you want justice for yourself, you're going to get it. You don't have to sit out here on YouTube and other social sites going back and forth with people. You don't have to do any of that. The majority of this stuff could have been taken care of a long time ago. And yeah, it takes time to build a case. But remember, your guys' case is not my case. You all are all independent. You're not even interested in the laws and utilizing them for your benefit. You just rather stay at war and emulate the idea that the laws don't exist and you were never told from the very beginning. So everyone is talking about, I've already been there. That's what I want you to know. And Jehovah was there before I got there, and the law has been there before you. So what you all are trying to accomplish here is really just a lot of back and forth that has no substance and isn't going very far. Now, you all can build your own cases, but you're not building your own cases. You're building the cases of other people who are not going to be a part of my lawsuit. And when I see that activity going on, where I see people who I am protecting people who I have also given that same protection to, but then they go and pretend like that person is just like this damsel in distress. Oh, she's so helpless. She can't do nothing. Let me go run to her rescue. Let me go run to her rescue. These chicks know exactly what's going on, and they got you men running around with your heads cut off. And it's disgusting to me. It's disgusting to see. Everybody has been educated on every level of education that the law can give them to intervene with what it is they're dealing with, but they don't want that. They rather sit underneath you men, and you men rather sit underneath these women, and you like who you like, and you run to their defense when they don't have no defense for you to be running to. And I have to sit there and watch you defending something that you, number one, don't have no business defending, and number two, that you're being suckered into defending. That's all it is. Y'all are being suckered into defending these women on levels that they didn't defend you on. And that's the sad reality of it all.